things didn't get no better. They never got better. You know, it's like the older I got, the more I fell into a life of sin and depression and anxiety, abandonment, hate. I never felt loved, never felt accepted. You know, I felt like my sisters got all the attention, and because I wanted attention, I would antagonize and annoy them and try and get them in trouble and only get myself in more trouble. And I remember when my stepdad came into my life, you know, he told me, and I remember these words to this day, and he told me, "You'll never be my son. I'll never tell you I love you." And he blamed me for my mom's death. He came into my life when I was about 9 years old, and I'm 46 now, and that man has never once told me that he loved me. You know, I want to let him know that, you know, no matter what, I still love you and I forgive you. You know, I looked past all that. Time went by, I started getting less Christmas presents, birthday presents. I got beat my whole life all the way till I was 18. In Chicago, I started skipping school. Me and my friend Sean would be walking home from school and causing havoc on Western Avenue. We'd climb up on roofs and drop stuff down in the restaurant windows, into the food, and go in there and drop stink bombs in the Arab stores. And you know, we just were little hellions. I remember egging a CTA bus driver one time, and Sean smacked him dead clean in the side of the face with an egg, and he got out and left the bus and just started chasing us. Especially before we moved to Indiana. I mean, there was a bunch of us. It was me, Sean, Gary, Truman, BB, Sergio. We were walking home from school one day, and we would always walk the back alleys and stuff like that. And I remember one time we were walking down Western Avenue, or it was Devon. We were coming home from Waters Elementary. We were 7th, 8th grade around the time, and as we're walking down the alley, there's this car coming down the alley. Sean just stops and stands in front of the car. And the guy in the car is honking the horn, and Sean's just standing there. And I'm off at the side watching like, "Come on, Sean, what are you doing?" And he's just staring at me, smiling. And finally the guy gets out of the car, locks the door, and starts chasing Sean around the car. And me and Sean take off, and the guy locked his keys in the car with the car running, and we're laughing at him because he got out to chase Sean. So the guy's just standing there like, so yeah, we were bad. We were real bad. And things got bad at home. Things were always bad at home. I remember every time I got caught doing something, they didn't want me hanging out with Sean. I remember my stepdad would make us all take sheets of aluminum foil, put it on the ground, take one of those big tubs of iodized salt and sprinkle it over the aluminum foil and roll our pants legs up and kneel on the salt and hold 50-pound weights above our head. And if we dropped the weights, we would get smacked. Another punishment, we'd have to put our fingers on the wall like this and stretch our feet back as far as we could, and we'd have to stay holding our bodies up against the wall. I skipped school, or I ran the streets whenever I wanted to. I remember him beating me to the point so bad with a rumor that was started in school. He beat me so bad I couldn't walk and I couldn't go to school, and my mom found out a month later, because I was out of school for a month. I got beat so bad. My friend Gabriel's mom was looking for my mom because she heard some rumors, and when she came up to our apartment to look for my mom, and my mom wasn't there, Kenny was there. And this is before Kenny and my mother was married. And she ended up telling Kenny what she had heard from the kids spreading rumors, and he took it literally. So he ended up whooping my butt real bad, so bad I couldn't walk. I was black and blue, and it was just real damaging. And when my mom came home and she heard what my stepdad had to say, she proceeded to whip my butt with him and ended up taking a 72-inch Zenith and dropping it on me. I couldn't go to school for a month because my whole body was black and blue. I could barely walk. And Gabriel was asking his mom where I was, and his mom told him that I got punished real bad for what those rumors were. And Gabriel was like, "Mom, we were just lying and joking. It wasn't real." And Gabriel's mom ended up going upstairs because she felt bad and told my mom that they were all rumors. And I remember my mom sitting down on the couch where I was laying, and she was like, "Just tell me what you want me to do. Just tell me what you want me to do. I'm so sorry we did this to you." And I remember telling my mom, "I want you to leave him." And she didn't leave him. Several months later, she married him. I walked her down the aisle and put her hand into his hand, and he married into the family. But the thing between me and Kenny is I don't know. I think I looked at him as somebody being temporary. He never really treated me like a son. He let me know that I was never going to be his son. So there wasn't no father-dad talks and father-dad counseling, or I don't know. That would have to be something that he would have to explain, which I doubt he would. But I think if he would have took me more under his wing and treated me like a son, maybe the course of my life would have been different, because I felt like I was driven to be away from home. I didn't want to be there. I didn't feel love. I felt rejected. I felt hated. I got tired of him putting his hands on me and my sisters, and he was just, an abuser, and I didn't want to be around that. And I spent more time with my Uncle John and my Uncle Joey, going over their houses for holidays or staying over there for a week at a time, because, that's where I felt loved and I felt safer. And my cousins, all my cousins and everybody in my family knows all this. I mean, they've been around and they've seen it all. So I was the black sheep. I was the outcast. I was the one who always got in trouble. And yeah, a lot of the problems that I caused was because of how I felt. And, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who go through these similar situations, and they can relate and see, this is why I've been doing what I'm doing. I didn't feel loved. I didn't feel accepted. I was abused. I was rejected. I was talked about. I'm the black sheep. No one approves of me or what I do. And, now